our show to Fridays to allow for a summary of all the meetings that have been taking place during the week. So we're going to kick off today's show with what's happening in our schools. Last night, the school committee met and were presented with a proposal from a subcommittee that has done some research on switching up start times at the Easton Public Schools. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that middle and high schools aim for start times that allow students to receive 8.5 to 9.5 hours of sleep a night. In most cases, this will mean a school start time of 8:30 or later. Studies show that adolescents who don't get enough sleep often suffer physical and mental health problems, an increased risk of automobile accidents, and a decline in academic performance. Getting enough sleep each night can be hard for teens whose natural sleep cycles make it difficult for them to fall asleep before 11 p.m. The subcommittee, made up of members of the community, have recommended 3 different options and were presented for the first time last night at the school committee. Let's take a look at those times. All right, so you can see option 1 has the pre-K through 5th grade starting at 7:25, with the high school and middle school starting at 8:05 a.m. Option 2 has the middle school and high school starting at 8 o'clock, but the 3rd through 5th graders starting at 8:35 and pre-K through 2nd starting later at 9:05. And then option 3, which is recommended to consider from the subcommittee, has 3rd through 5th graders starting the earliest at 7:25, middle and high school at 8 o'clock, and pre-K through 2nd at 8:45. The school committee will be spending the next few weeks reviewing this information and will be hosting an upcoming community question and answer session on February 4th for parents to be able to weigh in on this subject. So stay tuned for that, because I know that that is a hot topic in town right now about that. And then also at the last school committee meeting on January 8th, all of our Ames High School department heads presented course offerings that they currently offer, along with ideas on what they could benefit from if an override were to pass in the town. The override budget has been presented by Dr. Keogh to the school committee as late as last night, and hopefully that'll add in some much needed course offerings along with some staff and materials. So let's take a look at Oliver Ames Math Department Head Mary Romans, who is going to be talking about a few of the courses that the math department would like to offer.
Good evening. I'm Mary Romans, and I am happy to be here tonight to propose to you 2 STEAM-related year-long courses for the math department, Introduction to Computer Science and Robotics. The Introduction to Computer Science course is designed to develop students' computational thinking, problem-solving skills, and understanding of program design as well as coding. Students will work with a variety of programming languages, including Scratch and Python, where they'll build their own customized programs and complete a series of performance tasks. The robotics course is designed to be an interactive course where students will work collaboratively to explore the engineering design process. They will design, build, and program their robotics, again, also to complete a series of performance tasks.
All right, so Principal Wes Paul added that even if a course does get added to any of these departments, that there are additional costs of materials that need to also be taken into consideration. So I have a quick video of that.
That we have to wrestle with once the budget is in better shape is how many of these courses can we offer? Because in addition to the comments regarding personnel, which is an implication, each of these courses has materials that are, significant.
Okay, so Dr. Keogh finished up with stressing the importance of what Easton Public Schools need in order to increase our per pupil expenditure in order to meet the state average. Currently, Easton is 29th from the bottom of the 409 districts in the state. All right, so next up I have Assistant Superintendent Leisha Cabral explaining Easton Community University, which is an offering of seminars, workshops, and classes that will assist families and residents of Easton to better understand the Easton Public School mission, as well as provide guidance and skills helpful in navigating through education and childhood.
Graduation dates are coming up, some of the workshops are coming up, and I would hate for anybody to miss them. So if you have not yet seen it and you would like to see a copy of what is being offered, either check, if you're a parent, check your email for the December 21st. There was an email with an electronic version attached. But any member of the community can go to the Easton Public Schools website, and under Community, there's a direct link to Easton Community University. And it will be this catalog in electronic version. It gives directions on how you would register for particular classes, courses, workshops, seminars, the due dates, the target audience, as well as a brief description. And, even if you are unable to attend, we would certainly appreciate feedback. If it's something that you're interested in, but it is just an inconvenient time for you, or the days don't work, that kind of feedback would be very helpful as we put together our next set of course offerings.
All right, and just a reminder that this Monday is a holiday. It's Martin Luther King Day, so there'll be no school this Monday. And also you can put February vacation on your calendars. Here are the dates for that week off. And then again, just a reminder that if you have any questions for the school committee regarding the possible revision of the school start times, they will be hosting a Q&A session on February 4th, and that time is to be determined. I know they're aiming for 5:30, but it might be moved out a little bit later. So let's take a look at the upcoming Oliver Ames sports schedule. Okay, so also in sports, the Easton Rec Department is offering tennis courses at the Brown Balone Tennis Club on Chestnut Street. Here's that information. And you can always go to the town website to find more information on that. So town news. The town of Easton is going to make available a reference list of individuals willing to remove snow from private property in order to assist members of our community. That's for whoever, doesn't have the ability to remove snow on their own. You can go and see the list, and it's available at the town offices and on Easton Town's website. Moving on to other news, the town of Easton burning permits are now available at the fire department locating at 413 Bay Road. Permits are valid between January 15th and May 1st. And then also we have volunteers are needed for the following committees. We've got audit, capital planning, conservation, council on aging, planning and zoning board. And if you need more information and a full list of responsibilities, you can go to the town's website as well. All right, so at the Board of Selectmen meeting dated from January 11th, Town Council Jay Tallerman discusses the agreement from the Brockton Casino proposal. He's saying that they would give the town of Easton $60,000 up front, $130,000 a year later with a 1% increase after that. Here he is discussing that information.
Casino made a proposal to us that mirrored almost identically the same surrounding community agreement that they had with 5 or 6 of the other towns, and in terms of dollar amounts and in terms of form, very similar to just a boilerplate of the agreement with several other towns beyond that.
There is a public meeting on January 28th for the proposed Brockton Casino that will be held at 4 p.m. at the Holbrook Junior Senior High School Auditorium. That's located on 245 South Franklin Street, and any input from members of the community are welcome. And then save the date for the NRT's annual Winter Expo. That's going to be held January 23rd from 10 to 2. It's going to be crafters, food, gifts, sledding, hot chocolate. You can try on snowshoes, dress warmly, as the event is mostly outdoors. And then we just want to give a shout out to Easton native Ibby Hausman, who will be on the television show The Voice at the end of February. She has released some of her music, and you can find that at www.ibbysings.com. Ibby has also been on community auditions and American Idol. So best of luck to her. All right. And let's see what else. We have some programming updates here. We've got some new shows coming out, along with some of our meetings from last night, and also the Geography Bee that happened, I think, today. All new show next week, and of course, Laundry Love with our own Ernie Smith. All right. So that should do it, and we are going to roll out here with some highlights from the Oliver Ames basketball and hockey team.